I wish someone told me this when I first started out day trading. I wish someone came up to me and said, hey dude, it seems like you're on this quest of becoming a profitable day trader, and let me just drop some wisdom on you. But sadly, no one did. But when I came across these three things, my day trading experiences got so much better. If you guys are new to this channel, I started this channel 3 months ago and deposited $3,500. The whole point of this channel is for me to document one day becoming a profitable day trader. So I'll be sharing my strategy, my win, my loss, and just the emotions that a day trader goes through, right? But now my account has $12,740 in a period of 3 months. That is quite a bit of a success, but a lot of it has to do because I came across these three things at a very early stage of my day trading career that really helped me out. And I just feel like if a lot of new traders also knew this, it might also help them out.
Welcome to the New York Stock Exchange.
Financial district at the tip of Manhattan is easily.
Alright. So there's a few things I want to start with before we get into this whole journey of what is the main thing you should know about day trading. First of all is, we all know that 90% of day traders fail and only 10% of day traders actually make money, but a lot of people just ignore this fact right away when they start. Again, 90% of day traders fail, 10% of them actually make money, and actually within those 10%, only a few of them are actually making pretty decent money. The rest of them are just making, little scraps, maybe $100 there and a few $100 there. But a lot of day traders kind of come into this market and look at this fact and they're like, nah man, that's not me. I'm definitely part of the 10%. In fact, I'm part of the 1%. Because what really draws you to day trading when you first start out is just these social media posts of these people making anywhere from $5,000 to $100,000 per day. That's insane. That's a crazy amount of money to make. But what those people fail to provide you is actually the hard work that went behind that kind of success. That kind of caliber of success is not achieved right away. These people have failed, have bled, have given up so many times and got back on the horse to have that kind of success. So that's why day trading is just very misleading when you first start. You need to make sure that you understand this raw statistics that 90% of us are going to fail and only 10% of us are going to succeed. Alright, now once we have that done, I want to talk about three things that really helped me with day trading. And with each of them, I'm going to talk about the percentage ratio that you should really care about with each thing. Number one coming in, emotional control. So 70% of your energy should be focused on emotional control. Emotional control is number one, the main thing. This is the driving force of you becoming a profitable day trader. Number two is risk management, and risk management is coming at around 20%. This is very useful because it kind of sets up the criteria that you need before you enter a trade. Last, coming in at 10% is market edge. Now you might say, wow, shouldn't market edge be the number one thing?
No! God, please, no! No!
No, it's not actually. Market edge is by far the last thing, because market edge is something that you can find in the market. Actually, there's lots of market edge within day trading. There is lots, but the main problem is most people don't have the emotional control, they don't have the risk management to implement that market edge. So then what's the point of that? What's the point of having a Lamborghini as a vehicle if you can't drive for shit, right? It's not gonna work. You need to have a crazy good emotional control and very strict risk management that comes with it. And like anything in life, you got to train that muscle until you get good at it. So I'm just going to go even deeper to each of these sections and break it down what really helped me with each and one of them. So first, we're going to talk about emotional control. And within emotional control, we're going to break it down to three different things. So the first one is discipline. And by discipline, I'm talking about you showing up 1 hour or 2 hours before the market open and you being ready to trade, or you doing your due diligence or whatever market education that you need to succeed with this market. And the thing is, some people are really good with discipline and some people are not. And for me, I'm definitely one of those people that is not good with discipline. I don't know what it is. I've always kind of just relied on parental or just like, teachers or other, figures that kind of tell me to stay in line, and I just do better that way. That's just how I've been. But with day trading, there's no one out there that's going to be like, hey man, what are you doing? Like, get your shit together, right? So it's such a very, very crucial part of day trading that was very hard for me to grasp and actually get better at. So once I was able to get really good at discipline, it really, really helps me. So if you are the individual like I am that find placing themselves very hard, you need to be very honest to yourself before you start jumping into the market and just dumping in money that you can't afford to lose, because there's no need for you to go out there. You just heard about this day trading world, you're so spanking new to it, but you, A, knowing that you don't have the right discipline, B, knowing that you have zero knowledge of this market, and you going out there trying to YOLO trades is really not gonna help you, and most likely it's gonna make you part of that 90% of the group really quickly. So make sure that if you don't have discipline down, that you need to have discipline down. So the second part about emotional control is stress management. And with stress management, you want to make sure you reduce all the stress that you have. And I know we live in a world that is very stressful and it can be very hard to reduce the stress. So the first thing you can do actually is not deposit crazy amount of money into your trading account. If your trading account goes belly up, you want to make sure that you can still meet your financial obligations. You want to pay rent. If you're paying for kids and stuff, you got to make sure that you are willing and you actually have the cash to pay for that, right? So if you're watching this right now and you're like, holy crap, man, I'm one of those people where if this account goes belly up, I'm screwed. It's not your fault, man. Day trading, social media just portrays that world that you want to make that quick cash, get rich quick kind of mentality. So you're just a victim of that. It's fine. You just gotta go to your trading account and take that cash out, because let's be honest, you don't need to put that much money in. Why would you risk so much money into something that you don't understand? Unless you're in a casino. And if you think you're in a casino, then you're gonna have casino odds. And casino odds is never good for you, right? So just be honest to yourself. Take that money out of your bank account. Just don't kid yourself. This is something where if you take the time to learn, this financial skill will definitely help you out with whatever thing you want to do. You know? If you want to be a person that wants to buy a Lamborghini or something, go for it. For me, I don't give two shits about Lamborghini or anything. I just want financial freedom. If I want to do something in life, I want to be able that I can do it, right? So don't put too much money into your trading account. Other stress management tools is there something going on in your environment? You know, are you having a bad time at home? Is a friend pissing you off? Is your neighbor being a dick? You know, at work, are you having some sort of issue? And if there is, you want to ask yourself, is this the right time for me to trade while I have this high buildup of stress? And if you're like, hey, you know what, I still want to learn this skill because A, I have reduced my amount in my trading account to a level where I feel very comfortable with, so I want to keep learning. So you can be like, you know what, I'm also going to do another thing where I'm just going to lower my share size and keep going, because stress is huge to day trading. Because the bad thing about stress is it just really derails you so fast. You can prep yourself, you can be consistent, and you can tell yourself, man, like I'm ready to do this, but one trigger will just derail you so fast, so quick, and ruin everything. So if you can already be proactive with these kind of things and set up that these tools that's helping you to not get derailed so quickly, then you're gonna have a higher chance of succeeding. All right, so the last part about emotional control is trying to understand who you are as a day trader, or like what kind of individual that you are. There's a lot about a self-reflection approach to it. It might sound like, you know, a bit of a category 5 hippie style, but this is very important, trust me. And I'll give you guys an example. Okay, for me, there's a certain triggers that happen when I spend 3 hours the night before researching a stock like a mad scientist, and the next day when the stock market opens, that specific stock is doing completely opposite of what I thought it was going to do. And to me, that's not going to fly, and I think like, no, this is going to go down the way I think it is. And that's mostly because I want to justify the hours and hours I put it into that stock. But man, it's just a security, man. It's just a stock that just goes up or down. It doesn't care about you or about your emotions or my hours and hours of research. So that kind of trigger point is something that I had to recognize very late actually in my small career of day trading, but it took me a while to find out that hey man, this is a huge trigger for you, and the days that you lose a lot of money is because you're fighting the stock for no reason. But in my mind, I feel like I've done the research and therefore it's gonna work out. For other people, it can be a lot of things. For example, you can be too slow to pull the trigger or you're too quick to pull the trigger. There's so many different things we all do differently that can affect us, right? So you need to understand who you are as a day trader and how you kind of project that emotions to the market. And once you understand that, it's really going to help you out and just again bring you back that trying to be as proactive as you can with the market in a very reactive world. All right, let's go to risk management now. So risk management is also very important to day trading. And within risk management, I'm going to break it down to two different things that's really gonna, that's kind of how I saw risk management when I first came across it. First one is the hard, strict rules you gotta implement. Like I'm talking about, there is no leeway. Like this, if you follow these rules, you're gonna succeed. If you don't follow these rules, you're gonna burn down. Like it's not gonna be like that, but you kind of have to look at it like that a little bit because you gotta make sure that you respect these rules. These are something that's really gonna help you out, and these kind of rules are rules that you come up with as you begin to day trade. So for example, let's just say you start day trading and you, as soon as the market opens at 9:30 New York time, you start trading stocks around 9:35, 9:40. Then after trading this for a month or two, you notice that hey man, when I trade within the first half an hour of the market, I always lose money. So from now on, I'm only going to trade half an hour or 1 hour after the market. So now that's going to be a rule that you stick very clear and strict with. So this is how rules get formed in the market. It's just by you exposing yourself over time, you collect enough data to be like, I can't afford to break this rule anymore, right? So that's how rules are created. And by you respecting these rules is only going to benefit you more and more. So the second part about risk management is your ability to adapt to new environments. You need to make sure that you can adapt to whatever is changing within the financial market. And the thing is, in life, everything it changes so fast. Even in the past 2 years, there's been so much political, cultural, environmental, financial change has been happening, right? So you need to make sure you keep up with what's happening. So I'll give you guys an example here. Now let's just say one of your very strict rules is that you don't trade pre-market, and the reason might be because pre-market is not liquid enough for you and therefore you don't want to take that risk. All right, fair enough. Now let's just say this market era that we're currently at loves pre-market. In fact, pre-market is the best market to trade right now. So you need to make sure that you can change your rules and adapt within where the money is flowing currently, right? Because otherwise you're not going to make money. The whole point of this game is for you to be profitable, and the only way to be profitable is to follow where the money is heading. Otherwise, you're just going to be waiting here, just waiting for the money to come to you, and hopefully at that point your criteria and your risk management still fits that money style, right? So being able to adapt is really going to help you. All right, so let's talk about market edge. If you guys remember in the first part of this video, I was saying that market edge is in the bottom of the list. I'm talking about like 10% of your just cognitive consciousness you want to put into it. And if you still think that's very crazy to think about it that way, that's a very ludicrous idea, it's not, man. Trust me. If someone came up to me when I first started out day trading and was like, hey dude, like psychology, mental control, risk management is numero uno, I would have been like, get out of here, man. Like, I need to look at these facts. I need to hit this like I'm Da Vinci here, like I'm like Galileo or something, like, but that's not it, man. Like, that's 100% not the way to approach it. So I'm just saying this to give you that second reminder that, hey, the first two parts of what I was talking about is very critical to day trading, and you should do as much as you can to master that. But now with that being said, let's go to the market edge. So also with market edge, there's 3 different things. I'm going to break it down. Okay, so first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you are grinding, man. Like day trading is tough. Like if you can put in 10 hours a day, put in 10 hours a day. And if you can't put in 10 hours a day because you have a job and other stuff, and the most you can put in is 4 hours, put in 4 hours a day. Like this is something where you can't just put in the back burner. And if you put in the back burner, you're going to get back burner results. But if you really want to succeed, you need to make sure you put in the work, and that hard work is going to translate to you succeeding. The second thing was market edges. So many people that start out day trading want to do so many different things with day trading. They say I'm gonna short, then also I want to buy, then I want to do some option calls, I want to write options, I'm going to do some crazy different strategies, and I'm just going to try them all out at the same time. That's not going to work at all. That's just really going to confuse you. And if anything, you're not placing your energy at one thing and just scattering it everywhere and just misusing it, right? So you want to make sure one strategy that's going to help you succeed. So now you might be like, all right, like what's a good strategy? So the thing is, when you start day trading, you're gonna get bombarded with a bunch of different stuff. Strategy comes to a person when you look at a chart long enough. You need to put in literally months of looking at charts for you to be like, whoa, this thing happened, like this is happening quite a bit more. I wonder if this is a true market edge. So you keep watching that thing, and if it keeps repeating itself, you keep data of that. So I'll give you like an example. One of the easiest strategies that I found is a dip buy. So one of these panic dip buys are really good. So let's just say in the morning a stock opens up and it just dumps 7 to 8% within the first 5 minutes. That is a significant amount of price action to drop, right? So I will look to buy the bottom and scalp it and get a quick 1 to 2% return. If I buy the bottom and it goes down another percent, then I will sell for 1% loss so I can mitigate my risk. So this is one of the kind of strategies that you come across when you are day trading. Alright, so the last part about market edge that I want to talk about is backtesting. So backtesting is, I know it sounds a little bit weird, a little intimidating when you first kind of hear it, but you're just trying to make sure that your strategy that you've come across works, and you don't have to get really complicated with it. It can be just trade in the demo account, man. Like heck, take it old school. Get a piece of paper, get a pen, and write down how many shares you're buying, at what price you're buying, and what price you sold it, and see how much you made or lost. Now do that 100 times. Heck, do that 1,000 times. The more you do that test, and the more you see if you're profitable or not profitable, the more accurate it is. It's a true representation of if your strategy works or if it just sucks, and that's fine. But this is a very important part of market edge, because a lot of people just hear a strategy or they come across some sort of different strategies and they're like, oh yeah, that's the one, I'm gonna just go with it. I tried it 5 times, I made money 60% of the time, so it's gotta be good, and they just kind of go with it, right? There's no need for you to do that. Like, you're in the beginning stage, there's no need for you to rush it. So by you just actually waiting an extra month, waiting extra 2 months, by you really getting that raw number of that back testing, by you just testing it out, is really going to help you. Because there's a chance that you could rush the process, you can go out to the real market, and what if you blow up your account? Then what now? Like, you're going to go back to square one. So you can easily save thousands of dollars by you just waiting an extra month. Alright guys, that's gonna conclude the video for today. I really hope that you guys got something out of this. This is a video that I've been wanting to make for so long, but I just been caught up with just learning how to day trade and not blow up my account, right? So it's tough, but it's definitely a video that I definitely wished I came across. A lot of the videos that I watched was just like, hey man, do you want to have a Lamborghini? Because I have two. Check out a bunch of charts. That's what you need to do. Charts is number one. Like, charts have a role to play. Don't get me wrong, they do have a huge role to play, but the psychology aspect and the risk management aspect is such a big part of day trading that I just feel like a lot of people just kind of miss out on that. So if this video helped you out, give it a like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to add something to this video, right? So but yeah, thanks for watching my video, guys, and I will see you guys on the next one.